Breaking news, and this is big. So if you're at home or if you're streaming right now, listen to this. The president just put this on Truth Social. Here's what he says. Iran has just announced that the Strait of Iran, which I'm assuming he means Hormuz, is fully open and ready for full passage. Reuters has confirmed that as well. They're reporting as well, saying that Iran's foreign minister said this passage for all commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz declared completely open. But listen to this part, for the remaining period of the ceasefire, and it's in line with the ceasefire that's in place with Israel and with Lebanon. So again, breaking news, the Strait of Hormuz completely reopened right now. It seems, Colonel McConkey, that the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, essentially Hezbollah, that has catapulted this decision by Iran to allow now these vessels, which have been heavily impacting fuel costs, to be completely open. Thoughts there?
Wow. When you talk, that is amazing news. When you talk about instruments of power, national security, you call it DIME. It's diplomatic, informational, military, and economic. This has been an exceptional display of those instruments of power. And we all knew Iran would have to come to the table and play eventually. This is a huge win for the administration, and those straits being open that's earth-shattering news for the entire planet's economy.
I want to go to Dave. I want to bring you in here with this breaking news. Does this suggest that I think the president has teased he could possibly travel overseas for, to sign the peace deal coming up next week? Potentially, is this what we were getting into, this campaign of pressure, the art of the deal? Does this suggest we could see him traveling over there maybe in the coming days rather than, later next week?
Well, the whole point of a military campaign, I think it was described very well, all the instruments of that, is you set the stage for those opportunities to present themselves. What the Navy's been able to do, certainly and recently in the Strait, and what the military has done over the last month, has all brought to this point where you now have both legitimacy, you have options, and you also have the influence to get the outcome that you want. And so I think the opportunity has now presented itself, and it's all built on the work that's been done, and of course the sacrifice that's been made, but the military has created this opportunity for him to take advantage of it.
Yeah, big news there. I want to.
And maybe that might mean gas prices start to go down even faster.
We've seen it down to 407 this morning, according to AAA. So that continues to come down. And you're right, this could have dramatic effects as far as oil prices go. And diesel, obviously, a big issue as well. I want to say thank you to Dave Burke, Bill Brown, Josh McConkey. Thank you very much. Great discussion there. Just want to stay on that breaking news, if we can, for a minute. That's big. So since this has been going on for about 2 months now, Operation Epic Fury, really the choke point, if you will, has been the Strait of Hormuz, right? And
yes.
These operating vessels moving through in and out of these areas, not being allowed to. The president at one point stepping in saying we're putting in a blockade. We're not allowing you to go in and out of Iranian ports. Then there's this ceasefire that comes into play with Israel and Lebanon. That seemed to force Iran to react.
Yeah, I think it's definitely what they were referencing earlier, this pressure campaign. Yeah. I think we saw polling previously that talked about how Americans really supported this operation if it lasted a few weeks. Well, here we are 7 weeks in, and it looks like it's getting rounded out, which I think will help even boost the president's and the administration's numbers going forward.
We're going to continue to talk about this. Again, dramatic impacts to you at home, to gas prices. We continue to see them drop now that these oil vessels will be able to move in and out without being stopped, without being touched. And remember, though, it does hinge, at least we know from the Iranian foreign minister, on the ceasefire deal that has to be held between Israel and Lebanon. The discussion continues. Stay with National Report for the very latest. Newsmax.com as well. I'm Sean Kreisman. For stories and content just like this, check out National Report weekdays 9 to noon, only on Newsmax.